नारायणाय परिपूर्णगुणार्णवाय विश्वोदयसतिलयो नियतिप्रदाय ज्ञानप्रदाय विबुधासुरसक्कदुःखसत्कारणाय विदताय नमो नमस्ते। यो विप्रलम्बोपरीतमतिप्रपूतान् बहादान् निरसकृतवान् भवदत्पवादं सर्वेश्वरो हरिरिति वरदबाधकं तम् आनन्दतीर्थमुनिवर्यम् अहं नमामि। गीता गंगा च गायत्री गोविन्देति हृदि स्थिते चतुर्गागरसंयुक्ते पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते। This is again a wonderful sloka which tells you about the importance of Bhagavad Gita. Gita, Ganga, Gayatri, Govinda. So a person has to chant Bhagavad Gita every day. Svalpamappasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Even if a person is going to chant a little amount of Bhagavad Gita, at least one sloka of Bhagavad Gita every day, then the person is uplifted. And that is his dharma. That is what Bhagavad Gita, in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says. Svalpamappasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. If a person is going to chant Bhagavad Gita every day, even a little amount of it, he will be cleansed of many sins and he will be relieved of many fears. People live in fear. Every day people live in fear. So many types of fears people have. So this person will not live in fear. If a person is going to sleep without any fear, then it means that he has been with God always and he is always meditating on God. Now people do not know how to sleep. That is again another problem. So Bhagavad Gita, if a person is going to chant Bhagavad Gita every day, then he will not have any fear because he knows that Lord Krishna is going to take care of him. And Bhagavad Gita is again not just some sloka. It tells you about the highest truth, the highest philosophy. And this is the anthem. This is the national anthem which a person has to recite every day. Gita. Now next is Ganga. A person has to take bath in Ganges every day. So is it possible to go to Ganges every day and take bath? It is not possible. Now we have to think that the whatever water we are supplied with, whatever wherever we take bath, whether it is a tap water or whatever it is, we have to think that this water is coming from the Lord Vishnu. So that is the Ganges. If you are going to do dhyana snana by reciting some slokas, then it will be very useful and our body will be sanctified. Otherwise, we are not sanctified. It will be just an external wash. Who will do the internal purification? Only if we think that the water is coming from Ganges and it is the grace of Krishna, we will be sanctified. We will be purified. Now Gita, Ganga is over. Now Gayatri. Now we have to chant Gayatri. If you are having the right initiation done by the right person, then we can chant Gayatri. And Gayatri is a very potent mantra which should have been initiated properly. Otherwise, we should not chant Gayatri. We need not chant Gayatri if that is the case, if a person has not been initiated into it. And this Gayatri has to be chanted with the proper swara. Now we hear Gayatri sloka being chanted in a musical tone, which is not correct. By reciting that type of a Gayatri or using that type of a Gayatri chanting in our system or mobile, we are going to invite trouble. Because everything has got a format that has to be respected. If you are not going to respect the right type of format for anything, then we are going to invite sins. Now we have to do Govinda Puja. A person has to chant the Lord's name and the proper slokas, and he has to do Govinda Puja every day. A Vaishnava does a puja with Shaligrama and Chakrankita. So that is the Govinda Puja. As a water does not wet the petals of the lotus, even great sins do not affect the person who devotes his attention to the study of Bhagavad Gita. Now, knowingly or unknowingly, we do lot of sins in our day, in our everyday's life. So, if a person is going to chant Bhagavad Gita, then all his sins will be cleansed. It doesn't mean that you can chant Bhagavad Gita and knowingly you can do all the sinful things. That is not correct. That is what the Gita is all about. If you are going to do sins knowingly, then there is no use. And all the sacred places like Prayaga present themselves wherever reading of Bhagavad Gita takes place. A person who is chanting Bhagavad Gita with a full devotion is purified, and the place is also purified. Now, we have certain misconceptions in our society, because Bhagavad Gita was Upadesha given by Lord Krishna to Arjuna in the battlefield. Now, people think that a person who is chanting Bhagavad Gita is inviting trouble, and people think that places will become like a battlefield, and there will be a lot of problems, and there will be a lot of arguments and unnecessary discussions. It is not correct. Now, in this battlefield, where a person was supposed to do a dharma, he did not do, and Bhagavad Gita was Upadesha was given by Lord Krishna to Arjuna, so that dharma was done properly. So that is how it should be. So all the sacred places like Prayaga. Now, we cannot go to Prayaga or Ganges every day. It is not possible. Now what to do? Now we can chant Bhagavad Gita and make that place as a Prayaga or a Ganges. A place where Bhagavad Gita is recited is actually visited by sages, serpent gods. So many devatas come and listen to Bhagavad Gita wherever it is chanted. So wherever all these great people come and chant or listen to this, it becomes purified. So there is no necessity for us to have any the fear. We do not be afraid of anything else. Now, Lord Krishna himself is telling that I take Bhagavad Gita as my resting place. It is the best residing place for mine. I protect the three worlds guided by the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So, whatever is there in Bhagavad Gita is the constitution. So, Bhagavan himself is going according to the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. He does not tell something and he does not do something. So, in the same way, we have to chant Bhagavad Gita and we have to lead the life according to Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita came out of the divine mouth of Sri Krishna, who is none other than knowledge and bliss. Lord opened his mouth and he showed the whole Brahmanda, the universe, the galaxies to his mother. Now the same Bhagavan opens his mouth and shows how to come out of this samsara or the Brahmanda without getting affected by that. Now that is the Upadesha which is given to us. So in Bhagavad Gita, we have so many slokas. In that slokas, if you are going to chant at least the 15th chapter, which is a very important chapter, Purana Purushottama Yoga, it is more than sufficient for us. We will see more about Bhagavad Gita in the upcoming classes. Sri Krishna Namaste.